What is up, DALNK fam? Welcome to another Wild Wednesday. Today we've got a special episode with an iPad Pro. Oh man, it's really small. Is there any way to make this bigger? Nah, I guess not. Wild Wednesday on iPad Pro. What is up, Becktrick? Welcome. I am testing out this iPad Pro today to see what I can draw. I feel like this Wild Wednesday I'll be able to draw much more interesting things because, I actually have a lot more screen real estate to work with. So, yeah. A default pickaxe. You had a crappy first day? I'm so sorry. Here, I got you. I don't know what the default pickaxe looks like, but I'll do my best. So, we got the, and there's a gap where the thing comes in. I think it's something like this. Default pickaxe. Alexa, this is so sad. Can we play the default dance? 10-hour edition. Is this what you wanted, the default pickaxe? Because that's what you get. On here, I can actually do something cool. I can select this, and I can be like, what is up? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Except more thick. Okay, good. Here, I'll do something dank. I'll draw a tree. And watch. I'll mine the tree. Wait, actually, no, I forgot to draw this. $50, there you go, watch. I'm gonna take this thing, come here, watch. I'm getting 50 every time I hit it. This is a fucking playground mode. Yeah, there you go. Draw dank Pikachu. How the fuck do I draw dank Pikachu? Is that like Pikachu but more dank? Dank Pikachu. Let me get a reference image of Pikachu. How the fuck do you even spell Pikachu? Dank Pikachu. Okay. Here, I got this. Let me erase all this. I can draw much better with the Apple Pencil than I can with just my note. Okay, so I got this Pikachu. What's up, Roblox gamer? Welcome to the stream. This is Wild Wednesday. It's only wild because I draw really stupid shit. And, I don't know how else to title it. It's gonna be wild, bro. So, Pikachu. Okay, I gave him his little paw, his little second paw, his little stomach, his little hand, and the rest of his face. Let's give him a little. You gotta go to middle school. See, sucks to suck. Here, I'll shade this cheek in. He's got this cheek too. Oh snap! I drew that way too big compared to what it actually looks like. On what it actually looks like is more like this. Like he's got a small cheek. And then he's got another cheek here that I'll also shade in. And then he's got this mouth that's kind of like and he's got a little red tongue like this. And he's got cute beady little eyes like dude. Come on. Let's fill these eyes in a little more. No PUBG, it's just Wild Wednesday today. What's up, Unused Ostrich? What's up, my brother? Oh man, this looks way worse than I thought. Okay. I need to shade his like ears in because they're not supposed to be just yellow. They're supposed to be like half black. Kind of like this. I'm gonna shade this in really quick. Wait, I'm supposed to be drawing Dank Pikachu. How the fuck do you draw Dank Pikachu? What the fuck is a Dank Pikachu? He's a little confused looking. I think it's because I drew his mouth wrong. See, I can redraw that really quick. His mouth is supposed to look more like... Yeah. He's supposed to look more like that. And his head is supposed to look more like this. And he's supposed to have some shading around here, but really, what am I going to shade him? Like, what is this? Oh, I guess I can shade him, but I don't know how to shade a freaking... Nah, I'm not even going to do that part. That's not Dank. This is not Segoy. I don't know what to do to make him Dank. He just says Dank Pika Pika, I guess. The blonde default skin with the Fortnite logo. It's like the most generic thing ever. I guess I can try to draw it. Yeah, this is Wild Wednesday. What is up, everybody? Drama Alert Nation and Default Nation. Should I shade? No, man, that looks disgusting. Okay. I need a smaller shading tool if I want to get his tail. Yeah. The Dank Pikachu. He doesn't have much else going on for him, so it's fine. I'm not gonna be able to draw the default skin guy with the Fortnite logo. It's not even gonna be possible. I just know it. Also, DU Recorder is way more dumbed down on iOS. Okay, I need to look up a reference for the default character, the blonde guy. Fortnite blonde. Yeah, this guy. Ah, yes, PewDiePie. I remember this guy. PewDiePie with the Fortnite logo. Do you want me to just draw the Fortnite logo? Because I can do that, I guess. Oh, this is gonna be freaking hard. I'm gonna draw his hair. Kind of like this. Kind of like that. He's got his ear like this. This ear canal. I don't know why I'm drawing this person. I'm not gonna be able to draw him. It's just gonna be like embarrassing. I can't draw people. That's the thing. I can't draw people. This is too hard. Oh snap! That's not what his jawline looks like. It kind of comes down from here, and it's just kind of, yeah. He's got this giant chin. He's just kind of like, he's got this kind of jacket. He's got his this goes like across his chest, kind of down here. He's got some kind of shirt or something, and then around here he's got like his jacket going like this, kind of rising up, and then he's kind of got his he's kind of got his neck going like that. Yeah, this is the best I can freaking do. He's got a brow line that's kind of like furrowed, but I don't want to draw him a unibrow because that just looks stupid. See, yeah, this is the Fortnite logo. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. Fortnite. Out on iOS and Android. There you go. Oh, snap, that looks terrible. Yeah, it's the default blonde guy. What's up? Okay. I'm gonna yellow his hair. Just, otherwise, how does anyone even know what color his hair is? There you go. It's the default skin guy. Out on iOS and Android today. What is up, everybody in DALNK Nation? There's not that many people watching, but if anybody is watching and you have a request for me to draw, that's not the default character from Fortnite, because I already drew him. I need more suggestions. Come on, where are you guys at? Do you want me to draw something that I want to draw? I can draw whatever I want too, I guess. I already drew the default skin guy. Nobody? That's okay. Dun, 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 dun. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, I'm going to delete this Fortnite character from here. Oh, wow, that is disgusting. That's truly terrifying. That is the stuff of nightmares. Okay. That's dope. Well, if no one's going to say any kind of requests, I'm going to draw what I want. So, there's this concept that I'm going to do. It's called, what is a computer? And what is a computer is a good question, because there's a lot of devices out now that you can technically use as your only computer, which don't necessarily run Windows or any kind of traditional operating system like Linux. They might run some kind of hybrid OS like Unix. For instance, on iOS, you don't have a full operating system, but you have this tab bar and you can kind of drag stuff around. It's kind of weird, you know? It works for what it's worth, but there are a couple of things that make a computer. For instance, there's usually a CPU. And CPUs are the center of every computer. They're just the main calculator that can read from a tape or from memory or read from like anything. Which brings us to the next point, hard drive, which comes in all shapes and sizes now. I often use SD cards, which are tiny little memory cards that you can store a lot of data on. So storage makes a computer. And a fourth chip, which typically is added because computers are now all visual and they have a display, is the GPU. So some kind of graphics. Whether that's a graphics card like a GTX 1080, or maybe it's some kind of other chip. There's lots of configurations for cards and different fans, different things that you can attach to them, and different capabilities that you can get out of your computer. And why it matters that these three things make up a computer is because the CPU is used to run programs, the storage is used to store programs, and the GPU is used to display programs. Right? So most things that are a computer, or at least function as a computer, conform to this paradigm that you have something to run the program, so some kind of machine that is able to run and like evaluate the code, get live feedback, and evaluate what the next instruction is, arbitrarily load stuff from the internet, execute instructions, and put things into practice. You have storage, which is where all your files live, videos that you might want to watch, digital copies of paper documents that you might use to email, anything that is stored as a file that exists somewhere in storage, whether it's on an SD card, it's on your phone, it's on your computer. It doesn't really matter. And the display component, the GPU, is always important. Some GPUs are weaker than others. Some GPUs are in a different class than others. For instance, mobile GPUs are in the weakest class possible because they're just like, yeah, we can't really do anything. We can do some browsing, I guess, and some video streaming. But it's all really minor because the use cases depend on your combination of these three components. These three components must be worked in tandem and used together. So there are a few possibilities of things that you can use the three components for. For instance, you might use it for work. And work I'll loosely define as making documents and doing anything that a business would need to do, like presentations, arranging things on an Excel sheet, any kind of work-related stuff, something that you would see an enterprise doing. There's play, which involves video games and involves media consumption. And then there's pro junk, So pro junk is really the category that a lot of computers that are not necessarily a Windows computer or a Macintosh or something that's in between, they struggle with this heavily because for work, it's really easy. Every computer nowadays has the ability to do email. Every computer nowadays has the ability to send and work on documents, annotate stuff, be able to write stuff, be able to access the internet. There's plenty of web apps like Google Drive, Google Maps, anything you freaking want. There's a way to work. There's a way to get things done. For play, it gets slightly more complex. So this is the easy one. This is easy. We can easily check this box off on most computers. Now for play, it gets harder because now you get games. And you start to get weird video formats. You get like video, and video formats might depend on how much storage you have. For play, it really depends more on the display component than anything else, because if you have a game, unless it's extremely two-dimensional and it doesn't engage the GPU at all, that is a very low effort game, and most computers will be able to play 2D games, even if they're emulated. For instance, most Android phones can run emulations of Nintendo products, most Game Boy Advance and GameCube, whatever you can think of. You can emulate those games because they're pretty simple. As you get more complex games like Detroit Become Human, Horizon Zero Dawn, you get into the really extreme category. Those games take a lot of GPU, and you start to exclude some people. So some people end up not being able to check this box with their computer. Their computer's just too weak. And then there's the pro market, which really just destroys everybody. So nobody is able to check this box unless they know what they're doing and they're buying an expensive computer. Pro market includes like production of stuff. Like if you are a coder, if you make code or you are a programmer or anything like that, that takes a pro computer. You need a machine like a Macintosh, like a MacBook Pro. Potentially you would need like a Windows computer, a full GPU attachment if you're doing some kind of machine learning processing. That production environment takes a real computer. And a lot of things like phones, iOS, iPads, they technically could excel at these two categories if you limit yourself to mobile, but the pro category is the one that's extremely hard to penetrate. So for production of stuff, for production of content, of code, you need some certain quality of life improvements. You need fast processing. You need a fast GPU for a lot of purposes. If you're doing video production or any kind of graphical intensity stuff, like you are making games or doing any kind of 3D engines, these heavily rely also on the GPU and on the CPU being cutting edge in order to provide the most performance and be able to actually take advantage of your hardware and like use your computer to produce at the maximum capacity that you would want to do. So that's the three main categories. Most things like iPads are great in this category. They're just amazing at work. They're amazing also at play, especially if they're games that are optimized for iOS. But once you get to the pro market, making 3D modeling, coding, video production, any kind of thing that takes intensity and stresses out the hardware of the computer, you need good hardware. So there are four things in this category, four main contenders that I see right now. There is the iPad Pro, and everybody freaking loves it. It's got the little home button, it's got its screen, it's 10.5 inches. It's amazing. Everybody's like, oh my god, I love the iPad Pro. There's the Surface Pro, which is a freaking tablet, but it's got a kickstand. Cool. It's also, there's a 10.5 inch version. There is also the Tab S4, which is the iPad Pro, but really stupid. It's like the same thing. It's also 10.5 inches. Everybody's making a 10.5-inch tablet right now. It's pretty incredible. And what am I forgetting? There's also the Chromebook. There is a Samsung Chromebook called the Chromebook Pro, which is also, I think, 10.5 inches. Or it might be 12, actually. So, let me scratch that really quick. This is actually 12 inches. 12.5 inches, I think. So, these all, across the board, support the pen. Oh, sorry, that's incorrect. All of them, check it. This one's got it, this one's got it, this one's got it, this one's got it. The CPU. All of them have a really good CPU. Okay. GPU. This one's got an amazing GPU, but it's limited in apps. This one has not got an amazing GPU. This one does not have an amazing GPU. This one, it has a fine GPU, I guess, but it's really not amazing. I would say only this one's got an amazing one that you can actually do any kind of processing on. And in terms of storage, all of them come in a large enough option that you'd probably not run out of it. So these are all the fine computers. They all kind of work. This is the iPad Pro. This is the Surface Go. This is the Tab S4. Oh, snap. I didn't spell that correctly. And this is the Chromebook. Because they all kind of run apps and stuff. Yeah. This is my holistic comparison of what's a computer category of computing. Because there's just a couple of categories, and I don't know how to draw Jeffrey. I don't have any other drawing requests, so I've been going on this rant about what makes these things different. So, I'm actually going to edit this really quick. Storage. Alright. Since I'm ranting out into the wild here, I'll continue. These were the hardware. Hardware differences, right? So then there's also software. So for multitasking, iPad has some multitasking, so it gets a 0. It doesn't get an X. The Surface Go has Windows level multitasking, so it gets a check. The Tab S4 has Windows level multitasking, so it gets a check. The Chromebook has Windows level multitasking, which gets a check. So out of the computer-like ones, these three tend to be more computer-like. This one's actually running Windows. This is running Android. This is running Chrome OS, and this is running iOS. These are the four main platforms you can get. This is the creme de la creme. This is the cream of the crop of all of them. Multitasking, okay? File system. Files. This one, you get a fucking actually, you get an X because there's no file systems on iOS. You can plug stuff into your iOS device, but it really doesn't work that well. For Surface Go, you get a big check because it's got Windows. For the Tab S4 and the Chromebook, they both have a file system, so they both check. In terms of apps, this one, everyone gets a check because this one's got iOS apps, and everyone loves that shit. This one's got Windows apps, which it supports quite a few legacy things if you disable Windows S mode. The Tab S4 gets a 0 here because it only supports Android apps. But I mean, Android apps aren't really desktop. Well, to clarify then, this one also gets a 0, but it gets a check because it's a iOS environment and people have iOS apps. So the Chromebook also gets a 0 because its app support is just garbage. It's just garbage. Well, I'll give this one like a check for at least Android apps. It does run Android apps completely smoothly. It doesn't have any issues with it. Okay, so then display. External display, to be specific. This one has a 0. It can technically mirror itself, which is fine. This one's got a check. It has proper multi-display support. You can plug in multiple monitors. This one gets a check. This one actually has proper multi-display support somehow. This one also gets a check. It has proper multi-display support. And that's something that I feel would really highlight the major discrepancies between these platforms. There are certain platforms that just don't have apps there. Windows does have legacy support. Android has Android apps. Chrome OS doesn't really have apps. It has some apps in its Chrome OS store, but those apps are quite honestly useless. And except for the iOS, Android app stores, there's no real other competitor out there right now. There are some other forks of Android. There's other like people making Windows apps and weird Xamarin stuff and React Native. But that's really a holistic overview of what is a computer. Yeah. So I'm going to make a new note. And we're just going to keep drawing because we're in Wild Wednesday, y'all. So here, no, come here. This, yes. There you go. Wait, did you just say I can add a sketch? Whoa. You can add a ruler? Interesting. Okay, cool. So it's quite disgusting though. Oh no. It's in sketch mode. Erase all. Done. Delete this. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing or how to use this software. Apple software is quite confusing. Okay, so Wild Wednesday. Okay, right? I draw your requests. Come on, guys. Wild Wednesday. I'm gonna rant about anything you want. Come on, it's a Q&A. What is up? DALNK Nation. Come on, we got this iPad Pro special episode. I know it doesn't look as good. I know it's not my typical streaming setup. I just wanted to test out the iPad Pro, and I wanted to talk about the stuff that makes it different, that makes it better, that makes it unique. I don't know how to draw Jeffy. Who is Jeffy? Hefe. I wonder if that means Hefe. What's up, Velko Milanovic? Welcome to Wild Wednesday. I'll draw your requests. Do you have any requests for me? What's up? I'm real. This is a real live stream. I'm not just streaming an image of something I drew. I want to draw your requests. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have any comments about my channel, if you want me to answer anything, I'll draw it for you. If you're curious how your phone works, if you're curious what Android is about, I can draw whatever you want. Welcome, welcome. This is a drawing live stream. What is up, DALNK Nation? Must I draw something for you? You want me to draw poo? I can draw poo like this. It's poo. It's poo. Doesn't look good though. I don't want to draw something that bad. It's vile. It's too vile for my channel. I'm gonna rebroadcast my request here. Request free art. I'll phrase it that way. Is that better? I will draw anything you want. Anything at all. Anything your heart desires. I already went on a giant rant about how iPads are technically computers, so how much more can I randomly rant about without provoking? I don't think I can draw anything more from my own brain. You want a free drawing? What? Drawing anything you want at all. I will draw it. I already drew Dank Pikachu. I already drew the default Fortnite thingy, the default pickaxe. What is up, everybody? Come on. Maybe I need a, what's it called? Share the link to this stream? How do I even do that? Is there a way to do that? I found the link. Yeah, what if I, like, tweet the link out to this? I don't know if anybody would even come. That's the thing. Because I'm asking people for requests, but the thing is, I'm not very popular yet, and not many people are gonna come and watch me just draw random stuff. But people missed this. I felt the need to do this episode again.